Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. Occasionally, I have a 16-year-old who has no inside voice, who you may hear in the distant background screaming about a particular video game that he's playing with his friends excitedly. You may occasionally hear the whistle of starlings. That one's not my fault, but it's okay. We are playing, this is the Intercontinental Group of Awesome. So named because we span 2 continents and a giant pond. And on Sundays, we get together when our time zones align and we play games together. We're currently in a series of a supers game that is powered by the apocalypse. And the game is called Power Beyond Doubt. It is written by one of our own players. And I am having a whale of a time exploring Atlantica City, our setting, which is a triangle of different powers. We have humanity in a comic booky type world, and humanity had been sending ships to the stars. Aliens heard the call and came to Cape Canaveral in Florida saying, hey, we're here. And at that time when the aliens arrived, the lost city of Atlantis, filled by aquatic creatures, said, we are on Earth too, alien folks. So if you're going to be dealing with folks from this planet, we're indigenous as well. And that became the triangle of powers that exist. Atlantica City is the bastion of the new intergalactic relations with which Earth has entered, thrust into center stage from time to time because there are superpowered individuals here. This is our metropolis. This is our Marvel New York. There are many fanciful things that are happening. There is a intergalactic welcoming center. There is a Atlantean mafia and underground. There is a superhero training academy here. And mixed among all of that is our team, question mark, of heroes who have recently been dealing with things as wide-ranging as a supers podcast that's trying to out folks, to a supers related murder involving high schoolers with powers beyond their understanding, and alien problems as well. So my number one goal is to bring one of these many storylines to some kind of conclusion by the end of this session. It is a fault of mine as I continually layer new thing. I grew up reading Claremont's X-Men, and so I own that is a thing that I do. Claremontonian storylines are never ending, but I will endeavor with you, my wonderful group of players and fellow players, that we will try to fix that. So with all of that out of the way, let's do a quick go round of folks introducing themselves and telling us about your character. Let's start from the left-hand side, heading towards the right of our character keeper, which means Sabine. Kick us off if you could introduce yourself and remind us about your character.
Sure thing. My name is Toni. I use any pronouns. I'm playing Oscuro. His real name is Miguel Morales. This is he, him pronouns. Used to be a rock star. And then his concert gig got taken over by the mastermind. And now he's a superhero trying to find that mastermind and, well, making them answer for their crimes. On the road, he has teamed up with these kind of people because actually he realized that team of people because otherwise it's too lonely, it's too sad, it's even for him it's too sad. He needs people. He's a people person basically somewhere in his there. He also he has sorcerer's abilities and can command sound sprites and a handful of flame sprites, but all they can do is make like the lighting effects on the stage, that's what they can do. But the sound sprites are actually a bit more powerful. He's also can do martial arts and jump off buildings and hopefully land somewhere safe. And if it's not too high, he's pretty athletic, but if he jumps too high, probably break a bone or several or all of them. So
don't undersell the power of those sprites. They can be used even to defeat Titanic robos if need be.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was said. They are a bit more. They have a bit more punch, and also they are sound sprites and can carry sounds around and stuff like that.
Oh, and a wish from 2 games ago that I'm reminding you about. Answer that text from Flamingo. All right, just now popped into my head. Let's move over to Alex. You are up. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hi, I'm Alex. I use he, him, and I'm playing Blossom, who uses she, her. She used to be a normal human woman, young, early 20s, studying nursing. The plan to go into like xenobiology because there's an alien community here. But she got infected with an alien ecosystem and now is a giant plant lady. She can also jump from buildings and doesn't have to worry about getting hurt, but does have to worry about squashing cars and other things. She's very strong, big, and is covered in vines and such. And she has some vague control over them, but it's more subconscious than conscious. And she would rather not be a big plant lady, but she can't do much about it. So she's making do and is doing the whole superhero life. And sometimes it has knock-on effects on her loved ones.
There we go. Right into the reason that Blossom is the lead of most tragic PC at current, with a close runner-up from Oscuro, is that in our last session, the Americops, fascistic dressed, cybernetic, possibly superpowered cops came to arrest her Nana, and a fight ensued, which unfortunately caused a lot of damage in Blossom's front yard and hurt one of her next door neighbors. Next up, we have Tyler.
Hi there, I'm Tyler, he, him pronouns, and I am playing Professor Maxwell Mannheim, also Hearn the Hunter. During the day, mild-mannered Maxwell is a professor of archaeology and folklore, but by night he is possessed by the legendary and mythic power of Hearn the Hunter, who kind of invaded him on an archaeological dig in the Welsh Hills. And Hearn is a super powered paragon who seeks to hunt those miscreants, at least according to him, miscreants, and bring them to justice, which sometimes is a violent end in Hearn's mind, while Maxwell tries to keep him somewhat under control because Maxwell is a much less violent person than Hearn. This dichotomy causes many problems, and they have an uneasy sort of detente in their consciousness, and it is yet to be seen who will sort of win out there.
A detente, an uneasy agreement, unless it's stoked by one of Maxwell's close allies calling upon one over the other, then things change just a little bit. Thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, the game's designer, who's currently in the middle of a move. That's why you see all the boxes behind. very excited for you getting into the new place. Congratulations. It is not easy moving, and so happy for you. So please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character, Jen.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns. I am playing Theo Reginhard, also known as Shinnok. Theo uses she, her pronouns herself, and is a bit of a legacy heroine, as the title and powers of Shinnok have been passed down from family member to family member on a semi-regular basis. And she's been having a little drama lately, trying to get back into the headspace and remember what was going on, but had a podcast nearly out her through her girlfriend, and then had an awkward but productive conversation with her ex-girlfriend / friend. It's complicated. About, it's not some kind of nefarious lie or anything. It's just things happened. It was going to be told. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine indeed. So we'll talk about a knock-on effect from a post like end of session reveal that took place in our last session. I want to lead right off with Maxwell, who had just revealed to his lovely friend and landlady, right? Is she the housekeeper? That's right. Don't know why my brain was there. We go. Your housekeeper and parental figure. Now, how long has Ms. Coswell worked for you?
I think she's been there kind of my whole life. I think that she might have looked out for me as a kid, and she, it wasn't like she was my nanny, but she probably was the person of the household who would keep an eye on me, very much by Alfred.
Okay. So is Maxwell independently wealthy, or was this a thing paid for in a trust?
The family is quite well off.
Cool.
My brother is he's the one who carries on most of the family business. I went into academics, which he went into politics, and he's back in England.
Back in England, I see. What is the aspect of Miss Coswell that Maxwell relies upon or values the most?
She can kind of cut through his stodgy bullshit and say the truth to him. She keeps him motivated, where he certainly in his early life was sort of slothful.
See. And then she looks like she's getting on in years. Is she able to keep up with all the duties of being Maxwell's housekeeper now still?
I'm guessing I think Maxwell is probably in his early 50s. I think she's probably in her late 60s. And maybe early 70s. Yes, in the sense that she can putter around and make sure the house is in order. We may actually have someone who comes in and does the cleaning, and she just oversees it at this point.
I see. Cool. And Maxwell had come home after the big fight with Hearn, where he had to escape from the Atlantic City Police Department Special Division. And straight on, that's when he revealed to her who Hearn was.
Yes, she was watching the news reports.
That's right. Is she British as well?
Oh, yes.
All right. Apologies ahead of time, especially to you, Alex. Apologies. That's all I could say. It's bad. It's going to be bad, but I'm going to give it my best effort, and it's done with a whole heart of bad British accents. Okay, here we go. It's queued up. What is the thing that we ended the issue on? What is the statement? That was it just a simple I'm him, he's me, or is it
We
a
saw the
reveal?
image. We saw the image on the TV, and we ended with him sitting down and saying, "There's something I have to tell you."
Ah, good. So we haven't heard what he said, but we'll. Do you want to?
We can maybe take for granted and get in
Okay,
medias
good.
res of the reaction.
Yeah, I didn't want to steal it from you
Mhm.
if that's a thing you want to do. So we cut to her, like the opening sequence after we have the splash page of each, the call out bubbles with Blossom, Oscuro, Shinnok, and Hearn. We turn and we see single panel, full page, her shocked expression. And then she turns and she laughs and reaches down and picks up her little saucer cup of tea. Oh, Maxwell, you had me going for a moment there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was.
No, Mom, it is quite true.
I'm sorry, but that man's quite large. And, darling, it's okay. What are you really trying to say?
Perhaps it's best for me to simply show you. We'll be turning.
She looks like slightly away for a second. Like, what is about to go on? What do you do?
You will be turning back very quickly, and I think
This is not a dog and pony show.
And I think we see my wolfhound's head come up, and he lets out kind of a growl as I transform into Hearn. Do not be frightened, friend Cogswell.
Oh my. Oh. It's true. You're not having me on.
Maxwell cares for you deeply, and your service to him and to Hearn have been greatly appreciated.
But you're a murderer.
I am many things, madam. But Hearn does not murder the innocent. These statements from that box are lies.
She places her hand on the armrest and pushes herself up to stand. What have you done to my Maxwell?
He is here, madam. And I think you see this kind of crawl across his face of like, yeah, he might even be a little touch. Maybe there's part of Max. He's a little intimidated by her standing up and giving him the eye.
She is. She's giving you the eye.
Hearn shall return, Maxwell. And I think as he says that, there's the shrink back down. As I hope he did not startle you.
She takes a step and puts her hand on your arm. What has that brute done to you? What's happened?
You remember when I did the excavation in Wales? 2-3 years ago. We stayed at that very nice place in Cardiff.
Oh, yes, I do.
You might remember there was some difficulties I had, and I left the dig.
I remember I was quite worried about you. You're saying that somehow he took over then?
Took over, I hope not, but I released him. And in so doing, we have been joined. It'd still be, I assure you.
Why have you kept this from me then?
I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't want to disappoint you, and I've been trying to get this situation in some sort of order. But now things have, well, Hearn is correct. What they are accusing us of is a lie. But it is a trouble.
All right. How can I help?
And I think you see Maxwell's face just sort of relax, and there's probably like his eyes well up just a bit as he kind of reaches down and takes her hand where she put it on him, and just having you know has helped me so much. There's never been a time that I wanted there to be any deceit between us. You will see through this. I know who the actual perpetrator is, and she is going to reveal herself to the police. But this may not be the last time this sort of trouble occurs, and I don't want you to be in any sort of danger.
I appreciate that. But I'm not going to abandon you or my post. It's out of the question.
Yeah, but we could find somewhere very nice. Thank you. Thank you. And I think he'll sort of lean down to hug her, and you can kind of see like the child that had gone to be hugged and comforted by her for decades.
Nice. And I think the comfort is important. And let's double check. I don't think, yes, PCs offer support.
Mechanical.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we weren't missing a move because I didn't think so either.
He could be grounding himself.
Ooh, that sounds fun. What do you think about that? It seems like a grounding.
Oh, yeah.
Reminding
The
yourself
plot
why you do
moves
this.
29.
Yeah.
Let me pull that.
Frame a quick scene with one of your touchstones and they will shift your confidence or trust towards 0.
Ooh, okay.
I like that a lot. Thank you. Game designer Jen.
Sometimes I remember that game I wrote. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do.
This time you did. I think Ms. Coswell, thank you for the note from Sabine too. Also, same thing. Let's have her move your trust from -1 to 0 because you know you have her trust.
And I think I have to choose one of the below. Accept a demand from them.
Ooh, nice. All right, I'm answering a thing in chat. She says it's Rich now and needs to check the NPC names real quick so he doesn't screw this up. Maxwell, you say that this trouble will go away. I need you to make sure that Clementine Bebe is no longer in trouble. She's a dear friend.
You know Miss Abebe?
Of course. We've been in a book club for years.
Extraordinary. Of course, Mama.
And then we see this like memory scene where it's like hazy around a couple of the panels, and it drifts across the gutter of several panels of scenes of younger Nana Abebe in your house with the book club, as Maxwell is just kind of nice to the old ladies and moving on and just ignoring it type deal. And several times where she's standing at the door and saying, I'm going to my book club and all this other stuff that we, the audience, know. Oh yeah, Maxwell's been clueless, but they've been friends for a while.
Love it. Of course, Mom. I will see to it.
Thank you. Cool. Does it feel good? Is there anything
Oh,
lingering from the
yeah.
scene?
I think that feels great.
Thank you. Excellent. I really want to see this Blossom staying at Oscuro's penthouse thing, right?
Okay. I think. Yeah, I mean, come on, then that's done. It's a bit well, there's stuff lying around. And when you come in, it's a big room, right? It's a party room. Like there's a sofa thing that is kind of set into lower into the ground.
Oh, I love those. I can't remember what they're
Yeah.
called. Those like lower inset party room things.
Yeah. And there is a huge poster in one of the walls, and it's the cover of one of the albums where the band is standing around looking cool in some kind of industrial setting. And but the face of Miguel was obviously on that picture. It has been scratched out a couple of times actually. Also, there's a lot of stuff lying around, like papers, notes, cassette tapes, whatever kind of data. It's kind of sorted into heaps and has little dots on them, like color coded and stuff. And it's just a lot of stuff. Yeah, and otherwise the room is pretty bare. There's the platinum record from one of the albums on one of the walls, but only one. And otherwise, yeah, there's a bar with, it's not well stocked. There's some stuff in there, but it's not well stocked. There's some gin.
It's run a bit empty.
It's run a bit empty, yeah. But there are glasses there, so yeah. And there is also a large yellow list lying around. It seems pretty recent. Oscuro takes it, Maiga takes it, looks at it a little, and then puts it away. It says, okay. Oh, that reminds me. I need to write a note to my housekeeper that you're here.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. It's fine. You're probably one of the people who are most dressed, actually, that she encounters here. So.
Oh.
But, well. Yeah. Anyway, she should know. She's not prone to panic, I think, but better be safe than sorry.
Yeah. So where?
Oh, come on! I have a guest room. I have a bathroom with a huge bathtub. You would fit in if you want to have a bath.
Oh. I mean, it is quite nice to soak, I found.
Okay. Come on.
But But is the bed going to be okay?
That bed is gonna be okay. Yeah, we were on that bed doing enthusiastic and athletic things with 6 people, so I feel that that should be okay. I think it was been a while, but it should be okay.
Has your housekeeper changed the bedding since?
That was before the incident. Awesome.
Okay, just checking.
Of course, I wouldn't.
Thanks
That's
for
why I
letting-
have a housekeeper.
Yeah.
No, not for that reason. I'm making a mess of this, aren't I? Yeah, I'm. You know, I want to send a text to Blue Orchid right now, just because we left him because after the whole thing with the giant robot, we left him there with the press, and I don't feel great about that. He's just a kid, right? And I mean, I want to apologize a little.
I mean, kid going on middle age, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but maybe we can do something about it.
Yeah.
I'll just text him, ask if he's okay, tell him he was good, and maybe apologize for leaving him standing there without saying anything, just rushing off. And I'll offer him some tickets to a concert. Maybe he likes that.
Nice. So we get a response, and Blue Orchid, like most kids of his generation, is very train of thought text of like partially completed sentences. So it's everything's fine. Had a few interviews. Of course, they wanted to talk to you and the others. While the whole thing later, that was a deal, right? Is Blossom okay? Oh, are you in concert again?
I'm not. Blossom's okay. I'm not doing concerts.
I think you hear like something smash, like in the other room.
And I think I need to tell. Maybe I've told Blue Orchid before who I was, and maybe he recognized me, so we get that out of
Right.
the way.
Sorry. You're right.
No.
He wouldn't know. Okay, good.
I mean, he would, and then Miguel would write to him. We should talk, not like super urgent or something, but talk, right?
Of course. Yeah, I like talking, especially with you, Miguel. Because he knows your name, so he'd use your name, right? Or no, he doesn't know it's Miguel, or like, I'm sorry.
Yet.
He doesn't know. Okay. Of course I like talking with you, Oscuro.
Cool. Just, whenever we have time, I need to rest now, but later.
It is late.
Yeah, it is. About the concert, I hope you like IGoA. How many tickets do you need?
Oh, well, enough for the whole team to go. If that's okay. If that's too much, let me know.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, sure. If the others want to come, sure. I'll send it out.
He sent you a string of emojis.
Okay.
Like hugging and some dancing and a few hearts.
Yeah, I'll send the smiley back, I think. And he will notice that Oscuro is really slow at typing stuff into the phone. It's kind of like,
he's totally like,
yeah, no, he's not. I mean, he's
Speedy Gonzalez
type. He's not that old, but he's taking his time typing. That's just okay. And then he will send another text to Christian Flamingo.
Mm-hmm.
And
nice.
that basically says, that's on the other phone, that says, hey, we should meet up. What about, and then some club on some botanica thing, right, where you can go and have some Cuban food or stuff like that.
Sounds great. I'd like that.
Cool. And I'll send him a time tomorrow at 11 a.m. something, if he wants to do that. Next day, I'll send him a time and we'll make it happen when it fits in the story, right?
Cool. Yeah, I like that.
Cool.
Although I'm getting it
at
11 a.m. Oh, we're having lunch. This isn't okay, fine. All right, we're having lunch. Okay.
think when you come back in the room, Blossom is trying to put something back together very gently that she broke by accident. I don't know what it is.
Chair, maybe.
Yeah, chair, sofa. I don't know. She's just trying to
And don't
put it
worry.
back together, like as you come in.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Sorry, I'm not used to space. I kind of got used to space at Nana's and not broken anything in a while there, but
Yeah,
sorry.
don't worry about this thing. Have you called your Nana? She should know you're okay. Come on, let's
causing more problems already.
Look, last thing she saw was you Fungi calling it out of there. So maybe call her and tell her you're okay.
I compete with you for slowest sending of a message with taking out the tablet as I use as a small phone and type out, just like, oh. Are you okay, Nana? So sorry. All the mess we brought on you, but I'll try and fix it. Sorry. I'm good. I'm good. Send.
Nice. Maxwell, you've had your conversation with Ms. Coswell, and you're heading upstairs to your bedroom when you hear like a and in the hall, plugged in, is a flip phone that's just sitting against the wall charging. And you see, as you walk by, you don't recognize it. This is not Miss Coswell's, but it says Blossom. Like there's a text from Blossom. What do you do, Maxwell?
I'm sorry, I hiccup there.
No problem. So we cut away from Blossom and Oscuro's scene right after Blossom has sent a text to her Nana, and we cut to Maxwell coming up the stairs in his home, and he hears the of a
That's
vibrating phone, and he sees that there's a flip phone, very old clamshell style flip phone that is plugged in to the wall outlet in the hallway, and the text has come through and it says Blossom, like it's from Blossom. It has one of those like little windows, high tech, window where you can see who sent you the text.
And this is, I'm guessing, would be Ms. Coswell's phone.
That would be a fair guess.
Yeah. Hello, Blossom.
Oh, you try to answer it and you see, it's a text from Blossom
okay.
checking on her Nana. Like this is a text to her Nana, it seems.
So did I bring Nana here? I thought I don't think I did.
I don't think you did either.
I know that Theo offered to, host Nana.
Theo offered to host Nana, but Nana, I don't think Nana necessarily accepted. But yeah. I'm using the brilliant ideas in chat of the Zoom window that maybe Ms. Coswell said, "Hey, you need to come here."
Oh, okay. Then I'm going. Ms. Coswell, and I'm going to start moving around the house.
I'm so sorry, Maxwell. You took me off my path. Clementine is upstairs. I hope you don't mind.
No, of course not. Not at all. We really should keep what we discussed a little under wraps, though.
Of course, though I trust her.
As do I. Her granddaughter is a very close friend of mine. but the less that know, well, the better for them and for us.
I'll keep your secret, Maxwell. Of
Of
course.
course. Well, whatever we can do. Blossom is your phone.
And she comes up and oh, this isn't my phone. This is so old. She'll knock on the door. Clementine, darling, you left your phone. Oh, well, I couldn't find any of the chargers in here because the TV is all wrangled up underneath, and I hope you don't. Oh, hello there, Max.
Ms.
Maxwell.
Bibi, it's very nice to have you here with us.
It's good to see you again, Maxwell.
If there's anything I can do, please do not hesitate to ask.
Of course, I appreciate it, but just having a place to relax for a little bit, I appreciate that.
I believe your granddaughter is inquiring about you.
Maybe you like hand the phone and she slips it and does the pulls the glasses. Thank you very much. I'm gonna.
I'll back out.
Cool. And then we'll zip right back to Blossom. It takes a while to get a text back. Maybe you go through those moments of panic of like, she'll never talk to you again. Maybe she's angry. Maybe she's hurt. Maybe she's in jail. And then she texts
On
back.
shoulders, holding the little phone, just waiting.
It finally buzzes through. Thank you for texting me back. Sorry, it took me a bit to get to my phone. Everything's fine. I'm staying with Miss Coswell again. She wouldn't say no. I tried to stay home. Please know that I love you, darling.
Love you too, Nana. Night.
Good night. You safe?
I'm safe.
Good night.
Staying at friends.
Good. You guys good with the penthouse scene? Anything more you wanted for Oscuro?
I do a conference support because I pushed her to go to her nana and have that connection.
Nice. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I'm probably not that great at it, but I want to do it.
Your humanity's flat. It's okay. You'll be
It's
fine.
okay, yeah. What's your name, boss? I need dice. It's a 7.
Right. On a hit, they hear you. They, meaning Blossom, will choose one. So Blossom, you can mark XP. You can become one of Oscuro's touchstones. If you already are a touchstone, then you. I'm sorry. Who takes the team? I'm sorry.
I've already got Oscuro as a
Touchstone, which means you'd take a team
I
instead.
would take a team. I don't have any team. I think it might be nice to have one team.
Okay, that's a good idea. And then the other last choice would be if you, Blossom, open up to Oscuro, then Blossom can shift one of Oscuro's tracks. But yeah, you taking a team's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's jump to Theo / Shinnok. So Jen, would you prefer the, and I don't think we had the scene where you went to see Zach, right?
We didn't.
Okay, Zajic. Okay. Do you want to go there, or do you want to talk to Roshin, or did you have plans in mind? All right, then. I guess you're going to see Shinnok.
No, I'm
Shinnok is going to see Zajic. Is that cool?
Zajic. Yeah.
All right.
I just asked my universal two choice decider, and
What did
it
the
said
decider say?
Zajic.
Okay,
It said
good.
Zajic, so.
Thank goodness, Coin, for agreeing. with
It's
mine.
smart, man. That's why I rely on it so much.
So we start off with Theo. knocking
Yeah,
on the door?
I definitely go as Theo. Why bring heat to Zajich's door? That's rude.
So I'm imagining that Zajic is a downtown high-rise apartment kind of person, but
Mhm.
not in a really nice ritzy downtown high-rise. Like it's like brownstone level is I guess where my head's thinking.
Sure, okay.
Kind of the odd smell in the hallway, creaky stairs,
Okay.
worn rug in the middle,
Uh-huh.
lights that like every third light's either a little fuzzy or a little flickery kind of deal, occasional crying baby down hallway type
Mhm.
setting.
Yep. I have a little sampler tray of baklava with me.
Nice. Barely held back sound of constant traffic that is the backdrop for knock on the door, then you hear the shh as the eye appears at the little peephole. Again, friends, apologies for this bad accent that I'm going to try. Apologies. I'm going to do it the best that I can. I was wondering when you come see me. As several locks are undone, the door opens up, and you see a woman who, well, this was the last Shinnok's foe. She is obviously in her at the most generous late 50s. She's very thin. And she steps out of the way. Come in, kid.
Thank you. Sorry I haven't been by lately.
A baklava. A thousand apologies there. She reaches, takes one. Bought or made?
Wait, what?
Bought or made? You cook or you buy?
I buy it.
Smart. You're not very good cook. Have a seat. And we see an entire wall where there are these flat screen monitors, and a number of them are showing code. A few of them are showing anime with a couple different languages, subtitles going on. And then in one pocket is like the major news, like in several different screens. And she evidently sits on the couch, which has a plastic cover over it, and then is able to see all of the couches. It's one of those like eating kitchen type deals with the little cutout space that's supposed to be a counter type area. You see there are a bunch of dishes that are piled up in the sink, and she walks over and picks up the keyboard and sits down, crosses her legs, kind of sits crisscross applesauce.
Mhm.
School going okay?
Yeah, I think so. I'm certainly focusing more on that than I am my cooking.
She and raps away on her little keyboard. How is Theo doing with her grades right now?
Middling, good enough.
You're smarter than this.
Sure, but I'm also being Shinnok part-time and acting part-time.
Not the excuse I hear from your predecessor. You work hard. You a whole generation take everything for granted. It's too hard. It's too hard. I'll take a break. I need some me time. You should work harder. I have to save your ass.
Yeah, I wish you would have asked me first.
Why?
Because
Would you like for me to waste some time when I see this crisis going on and let you give me permission?
I'd
That's what
like
you
you
want?
to apply some critical thinking skills. Because when you shut it down immediately after they say they're going to reveal who Shinnok is, don't you think that seems a little suspicious?
Of course it's suspicious. They think, look, I better not fuck with her. They'll ruin everything. DDoS, baby, easy enough. I got script kiddies who do that in their sleep. It's not like I hurt any of didn't dox anyone. I just shut them down. Come on.
I'm not saying that you did a bad thing. I'm
Better
saying
not, because then I might not eat all of this baklava. She grabs another slice.
I doubt that.
It's not bad. I'm not where you got this from, but where you get it, it's good.
No, it's Roma's. Same place I always get it, because they make the best in town.
Types a few things. I'm not heard of this place. Oh, someone bombed them on Yelp and killed the average. Fuck.
Really? What was their problem?
I'm going to find out who did that.
Okay.
She starts trying to figure out who bombed the Yelp review for rumors. But what do you do as she's now on this very important mission to get revenge on someone?
Zaychik, stay on task here.
What?
Could you stop DDoSing the podcast, please? That's really all I came here to ask.
Why? They're going to release and hurt your name. I can't allow that. No, not sure what's.
I've confirmed with Rory and with an audio mixing expert. They don't have it. They don't. Rory didn't say my name. Dulce is confirmed. Rory basically said, I can't do this, and then walked out.
So you're okay.
So I'm okay. I'm in good space. I need to figure out how to encourage these folks to stop doing this. But I've worked with enough
until they go
kids.
after you. I kind of like them. Some of the things they find out about supers, they're terrible people. You know this, right? I was a fan until they go too far. Too far.
I've known a couple of folks who need to have their noses tweaked or their wings clipped. But most of the supers I meet are fine, or at least no worse than your average person.
So what about this cyber cop you run into? They got APB out on you. Well, on Shinnok, not on you. They don't know it's you.
Oh, really? Well, they're in for a merry chase. That's cute. Yeah, I'll recount the story of them arresting or trying to arrest Hearn the Hunter by also trying to arrest an old woman who absolutely has not done anything wrong. And just shake my head.
Fascist scum.
It's disgusting, but they don't have any other case.
Well, did you tell like the case that it ties back to, that these cops were after, about the guy dropped at the concert type deal? Is that as far back as you trace back when you share with Zaychik, or do you just say they arrested an old lady trying to get at my buddy Hearn?
I'll provide the context, whatever.
Okay.
Zaychik's out of the business-ish-esque, and she's anti-cop, so I don't exactly expect her to rat Hearn and us out to the police.
No.
So yeah, I'll give her the full story. It might be a sketch of the full story, but it's the full.
Oh, that's
story.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then just go. And that poor kid, she's coming forward. So, and my dad's going to be representing her or finding somebody to represent her, which means she's going to have competent representation at least.
Well, no offense to you, but the whole system is all broken. The cops are gross. No offense to your father, more about his profession, but also gross.
That's a
Corruption of
defense
system,
lawyer.
broken. Yes,
Mhm.
defending from evil laws. Written by a bunch of old white dudes that we revere like gods because they were right 200 years ago about now. Ugh. Land of the free.
Yeah, I wish I could do more about it. All I can really do is jump off of rooftops and occasionally punch a weird makeup cultist. It's more than nothing, but it's not everything.
My God. You know, your predecessor would never deal with such trifling shit. That's C-list hero stuff. You're Shinnok. You're my nemesis. You should be doing bigger things.
I mean, those cultists were hurting people. Lots of them. They had a whole operation running out of cargo trucks, kidnapping aliens, sapping their vital fluids.
All right, sounds like you did a good thing, but I didn't hear about it, so
Yeah,
you
well,
need PR agent or something. People need to know how great Shinnok is.
they'll figure it out on their own.
Uh,
In the meantime, I get a lot of freedom from being considered C-list, so it's fine.
don't even have a team name.
We'll figure it out. Maybe someday I'll have a nemesis as cool as Zajic.
You can hope. You deserve a good nemesis. You want me to check around?
Nah, it's good. It's fine. I want to let it happen naturally.
Okay.
You know, if I get set up, it's not the same.
Well, if you don't know what to set up, then you can pretend it's natural. They have nemesis matching system, you know. Swipe left,
Really?
swipe right, swipe left, swipe right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, is it, gosh, what's a dumb punny app name for that?
Oh, Hincher.
A Hincher, a poser.
I was
yeah.
thinking Hincher without the last E, you know?
Yeah. Maybe it's Joker with no E in it.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Keep calling it Jocker. That's not what it's saying. Pretend an E. Stupid.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anyways, back to the whole podcast thing. So I worry that the more that they get confirmed that they're on to something, the more they're going to latch on to the subject.
I
You know-
feel like you are trying to persuade Zajic to release the podcast files and their servers. So
Sure.
you've definitely laid out what you want her to do. I think it makes sense. And she does care about you, obviously. So please roll with humanity. This is a trust aligned move.
Cool. Right now, I believe I am overburdened. So I'm gonna have a nice fat bonus, but I'm also going to have to make some additional choices. So let's see here. Doink, doink. Roll. So it's a 5 on the dice, but a 7 after the bonus. And when I am overburdened on a hit.
Your target makes you a touchstone of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep. So Zajic has a bonus against me in her pocket. Just sort of waiting there.
Cool. Added that to the NPC listing so I don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Does the other
Yeah.
thing with them shifting your trust one as well count kicking as well, or is that a separate?
Yeah, when you're overburdened on a hit, they can shift your trust one as well. Does that apply for NPCs?
Hold on. Let me.
Okay.
That might be a piece of revision sickness. So let me paw around in.
we want to take a break here, and then we can discuss that when we get back from bio?
Sure, that seems like a good time
Awesome.
to do this.
All right, we are back, and the answer is when an NPC is the target of a persuasion and the player character rolls a hit, an NPC, the target, can make them one of the touchstones, which you had already taken care of. So we had already resolved it, and I thought there was one more thing, but that is PC related only. She makes touchstone of yours, but it's a hit. She says, all right, I will release them. She goes over and sends a quick message to this little Discord window. Says, release the hounds. Thanks for your work. And a few script kiddies pick it up and throw her a few emojis. Little white rabbit emojis. Then they get to work.
It's good when the youth keep in touch with their elders.
You kidding? They think I'm some hot young 20-year-old wunderkind.
Good fun. But yeah, thank you. I'll take care of the rest of this.
You better.
Yeah, I'd better.
Don't embarrass me. That's all I'm saying.
I'll do my best.
All right. She reaches down, picks another. You can have one piece of baklava.
Well, since you insist.
All right, go. There's other things to do.
All right. Want me to tell my auntie you said hi?
Of course.
Okay, we'll do.
She won't come over, but invite her anyway.
I will.
She's not
think
going
she's- I'll tell her you said that.
to. So do you think I care? Say whatever you like.
Okay.
Right. Slides the keyboard over and gets up to escort you to the door, and then click, 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 locks all of the various things. Sticks the little dead man bolt, New York stopper door
Mhm.
stopper thing.
Yep. And I'm on my way out, just sort of containing my amusement because it's a very familiar emotional matrix being presented here of, oh, well, I don't care. What did she say?
Yes,
Yep.
that is very Zajic. What? You think I care? I don't care. But you're here. What'd she say?
Mhm, mhm.
Good stuff. Cool. I saw in chat that someone was interested in a training session. That sounds fun. Maybe this will be a group scene, possibly. Oh, cool. I'm gonna close my door just a little bit because my son's very excited right now. He's super loud. I don't know if you can hear him, but I can. It probably bothers me more than it does you. We pick up at the training room that Oscuro has, the big boxing ring in the middle where we've seen cool fan artwork of Blossom and Oscuro going tete-a-tete. And is that a bit of what we see here?
I mean, I think I would like there to be like just like one little panel of flashback to breakfast, and like I think Blossom just sitting there while Oscuro has breakfast because Blossom's not going to eat any of that, and obviously Blossom wants to say something, and there's
Have I done something wrong?
well, no.
Okay.
It's
You
just
seem uncomfortable. So
no. I just wanted to ask you something. See, like every time we go out and we do our thing, I pick up a car and I throw it because I'm big and I'm strong, and
Mhm.
that's what I can do. But I mean, we go into situations with like some people, and like, fighting against a human person. I don't want to be throwing a car, and or if somebody comes along and they're as strong as me and they actually have training.
You've never had any training for this. This is
Did some yoga. But I mean,
not precisely what I'm talking about. Yeah, I should have known. Sorry.
and I was wondering if, you could show me. 'Cause I mean, you go into fights and you're just like,
I was trained actually at school for stuff like that, and I forgot most of about it, really. But
yes. I mean, just tips or anything.
yeah, of course, sure thing. I can dredge my memory. I mean, I was the weak part in the fights that we trained, right? But I know what the others had to do because I'm basically mostly human. Just the weird brain, and that's it. And but I know what they train, so I can show you a few moves, sure.
Thank you. I just want to embarrass everyone again.
Hey, it's like, now I know it's not like that, but it's a bit like when you start a band, right? Not everything goes totally well. Not everybody knows what their beats are. I think it's the same thing here with this kind of team thing. We don't
Yeah, I
all
did hear one of those early releases of yours. I mean, you were great. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
It did take a moment, but you
Yeah.
were always great.
When I finally got the band together the way they should have been, it clicked and it gelled, and then we were really good. But yeah, fighting. That's the thing, right?
We cut
That's what we're
back
talking
to
about.
after little to actually in the ring and
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and I will. Oh no, we're not going back to the ring. You know how to. You need to figure out things first, like parameter awareness, which I totally botched when we were at your nanas. But it's a thing, and yeah, you need to be aware of your surroundings. And that is the training. We'll skip over what I'm telling you because that's boring, but I will give you the basic spiel that you would get if you're a powered super team. Like, be aware of your surroundings, don't throw stuff if you don't know where it's landing.
do we have a training montage imagery?
Yeah, do
For some
we?
reason all I'm getting in my head is dodgeball and having
Yeah.
wrenches thrown at me.
Dodge a
In my head.
wrench. You can dodge a ball.
Oh, how does training montage work? I shouldn't have looked up the move before I jumped into it, right? I know it's fun. Train and reflect. Is that it? No, it's just the train.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Train and reflect. Okay.
In a safe
When
environment.
you explore
where
the
you
limits
can-
of your
yeah.
inner safe. Okay. So roll with power. Okay.
So I guess
Yeah.
if I'm doing the
Mhm,
training.
yeah.
So I
Yeah.
roll with power, yeah. Which isn't 1. That's not too bad. Ten.
Nice. Cool.
Nice.
Mhm.
So with a 10, you've got Got a little bit of choices here.
Mhm.
Gain a new permutation of one of your powers for the duration of the session. You have a flash of insight and memory and intuition or a ripple of something your sensory powers detect. You've developed a technique for an upcoming or previously failed challenge. Define it and take +1 forward to overcoming it.
I mean, I would like a +1 forward to avoid collateral damage of civilians. if that is a workable +1 forward.
Say again. I'm sorry.
If it's a workable +1 forward to overcoming civilians getting hurt because of me.
Oh, you'll need to come up with a technique, a move that reflects that.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
When in our training montage of things being thrown around, something like maybe I throw something and I'm like, uh-oh, one of the, I don't know, dummies with a photocopy of somebody's face on sellotape to the face of the dummy is going to get a sofa in the face. And I'm like, oh, and then one of my vines kind of pulls back the sofa, like stops the momentum.
Can we retcon this to? I don't use dummies. You throw stuff at me. I mean, I'm training to
Okay, yeah,
give you some incentive, right? I don't assume you
Max
don't want to-
efficiency.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. You're about to get a sofa in the face, and I'm like, and I realized that, like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And it just suddenly jerks to a halt as, like, my hands reached out, but one of the vines has gone out an extra meter or two, 6 feet, extra 6 feet, and yanked the sofa back before it could hit.
Well done. Whew,
Well,
that's new.
that doesn't usually.
Yeah, let's try that again. You need to be able to reproduce it. Otherwise, it's just a fluke. Come on, throw that sofa at me.
Yeah.
I can't dodge a sofa. Come on.
I look at the sofa. It's fairly cushiony.
Mhm.
I mean, obviously, it's probably a hefty wooden frame, but I'm like, okay. Focus. Broken.
And we're all here observing this. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah. Let's have it as a group scene so other people can react.
Yeah. Sofa caught.
You might should put a bit more heft into it. I assure you, Oscuro is more than capable of handling himself.
I am. I'm on the sofa the second time you do this. When you pull it back, I just jumped onto it. Just, to test my reflexes. And your sense of balance for the thing.
Give him a taste of his own ham.
Now you're on it. I gently put the sofa back down. Okay.
I know, Blossom, I know I'm fragile compared to all of you, but I'm not that fragile.
I mean, I think most people getting hit by a sofa would.
If Hearn got kicked by a sofa or Shanak got hit by a sofa, I don't think they would feel a lot of stuff.
Maxwell?
Oh, I would definitely feel it.
Okay. Yeah, but
Hearn would have very little problem, I think.
Is that one of your invulnerabilities?
Immune to couches, yes.
In a way, yes.
It's in the lore.
Is there actually anything that does hurt her?
There is,
Blossom
but I don't
asks.
think any of us
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
It's true. We have
And
not
it's a
yet
rhetorical
seen-
question that Blossom asks.
Oh, nice.
Maxwell goes, "Oh well, I can't imagine there is no."
I
I'm glad
think
for both of
there,
you.
I think will be something out there that can hurt her. I wouldn't bet on being invulnerable to everything.
I mean, he has certainly been punched and felt it.
Do you feel it when he gets punched?
In a way, I'm aware of it, but it is not as though I'm in physical pain.
Okay.
However, I will say, when I turn back, I have had the odd bruise and bump that sort of transfers over.
Oh. Yeah, I've got some stuff that you could put on there. I mean, I'm pretty used to dealing with bruises, if you want that.
At the moment, we're doing quite well.
Yeah, just, you know, if you ever.
Theoretically, I suppose if Hearn were to break a bone, that I would have a bone broken. Oh, Hearn informs me his bones do not break.
Good, good.
So there's that.
Congratulations.
And you can see Maxwell clearly does not entirely believe that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of incredulity here, but you know what? The guy says he's never broken a bone, therefore it's never going to happen. Seems reasonable. He's got, hundreds of years of experience over me. So fine. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
As the pair of you, Maxwell and Theo, have been watching Oscuro and Blossom Train give him some commentary, a little conversation back and forth. Theo, I imagine your dad is a caller, not a texter. Does that feel right to you?
I think that feels right.
Yeah. Your phone rings. It's your dad.
Oh, pardon me. I ought to take this. It's my dad. And I'll pick it up.
See, bit of trouble. Toni's parents called. She wasn't there this morning when they came into her room.
Okay.
Do you happen to know where she is?
No, I don't. Genuinely do not.
I trust you, of course. I trust you. You brought me into this.
How are they doing?
They're concerned because we've
Okay.
had a conversation about what she was going to do today.
Okay. Did they note anything strange about her behavior the night before?
They were in a heated conversation when she received a text from someone. She said she had to make a call. She went to bed. Didn't come back out. They thought she was upset. When you were talking with her, did she mention anyone by the name of Hannah? Farah. Sorry, Rich says Farah. Rich messed up. He didn't.
All right.
Farah?
Out of character. Yeah, that one. Yeah, Farah.
That's who her parents said it, texted her
Yeah.
last night.
Huh. Yeah, I've heard a little bit about Farah. She and Toni are friends.
Okay. Well, if you find anything out, please let me know.
Mm-hmm. As I recall, Farah has pheromonal control powers?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I'll take a few looks around. I'll ask some people I know. Yeah, I expect that this is one thing. All right, thanks for letting me know, Dad. I'll let you know if anything develops.
I'll need to dip back into work, but I can carve some more time out
Okay, thank
if
you.
you're able to sort things.
Yeah. Do you have their address real quick?
Yes, I will text it to you.
Cool. All right,
You
talk to
can
you
hear
soon.
the derision in his tone as he says that he's going to text it to you.
At least I know it'll be properly spelled.
Certainly. Text about as quickly as possible.
Well, that's fine. I'm not in a huge hurry because I've got a little time where I need to tell the team that this happened. So I do.
Cool.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm
What's that going to mean for Maxwell and Hearn?
hard to say yet. But I'm planning on going to their place and sniffing around Tony's bedroom and seeing if anything suspicious happened or if, frankly, Tony may have told Farah she was doing it and Farah might have panicked and entreated her to not do it.
That is possible. Farah was most concerned that she not be discovered to have powers.
I get that sentiment.
Now, Farah's powers don't work over the phone, but they're friends and friends manipulate each other. So who
Yes.
knows? Or it could be something else.
It could be. There are, I mean, I suppose there are those who would be interested and may have. I can't imagine anyone would know that she is the one who perpetrated the crime at this point. But there is no telling. Thank you, Chinook, for going and looking into it. I suppose I could also make a circuit to see if I could locate them in the wider area.
With those metal cops around? Is that wise?
Well, they have to catch him first.
True.
I could come out. I mean, metal cops are kind of something I don't like. So
Not much of a fan either.
Hearn had said that the choice was hers. And I don't wish to force her to do something that she doesn't wish to.
yeah, being arrested when you have powers is no fun. They have special places for people with powers they arrest because they're scared.
It may be difficult to convince them it was self-defense, which I do believe it was, however mishandled.
Let's find them first because I think we need to make sure there are no third parties involved in this whole thing. It's just the girl with the pheromone power. Maybe we can talk her into. We don't need to release that she has pheromone powers, right? That does not have to be on any kind of report or something.
I would not think so, no.
I mean, if she has to stand and provide testimony in court, questions about why she was where she was when the incident happened and what they were doing together could shine a light on that.
I mean, they're teenagers. They were chilling out.
You know that, and I know that, and maybe a jury knows that.
Yeah. Okay. I hate this system.
Yep.
Okay. But let's find them first. First things
Better than a
first, right?
king going thumbs up, thumbs down, but yeah, I hear you.
Mm.
So I'll go to Tony's house. You guys are going to canvass the area.
Mhm.
We'll look
All right.
around.
Awesome.
We'll look around. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
All right then.
Okay.
So the everyone's going on? Is that what I hear?
Yeah,
I
looks
think
like
so.
Nice. Group scene.
Group scene.
So proud of
Mhm.
us. Cool. We'll jump ahead to you arriving by whatever mystical or mundane methods. I am curious though, Blossom, you are the most obvious. How are you getting to this suburban home that's near the school? So I imagine that if we look at our map, it is probably near where the Johnny Cash Stadium, Atlantica Institute of Technology is. So it's kind of on the northern section, but it's a suburban home that has like a sliver of a view of the beach from a block away, kind of deal. You can smell the ocean.
Better than nothing. Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Are we all under some sort of arrest on site thing?
There's an all points bulletin out for Hearn and Blossom.
Yeah.
Did Zaychik say that there was one out for Shinnok?
She did not.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, she said there was one out for you.
Yeah.
But when you check, there is not one out for Shinnok.
Okay.
the one out for Oscuro because I punched a cop.
Oh, that's true. Would they have known it was Oscuro? It seemed like you were in street clothes and everything. So I think
I was
it's like,
wearing the cowl and I was with these two chuckleheads, Hearn and Blossom, and it's
That's
kind of
true.
known.
That's true
right?
after the
I mean,
Robo thing. Yep, there's one
Yeah.
for Oscuro. There we go.
okay,
You
Great.
talked me into it. You're a logical
Sorry.
and right. No, it's
Sorry.
good. No, don't apologize. This is great. But yeah, not one for Shinnok. She's a hero.
I mean, the Oscuro mobile, I think, was damaged.
Us was left at the scene of the crime,
Yeah,
so I
so
think
that's
it's
probably
no
a
Might be
more.
impounded.
It's probably impounded. It doesn't belong to Miguel Morales.
Just
It
so we're
belongs
clear,
to some
you
scrapyard,
can get
so-
there. I'm
Yeah.
not making an
Mhm.
Yeah.
impediment
Oh,
to
yeah.
a group
Yeah.
scene. I just want to know, in case I hard move people discovering you,
Mm.
how did you get there?
There is a moment we see one little, well, a couple of frames, panels. One of me looking at like the bedding of the big double bed, and then just like looking at like appraisingly, and then sweeping it, doing the sweep over the shoulders as a big hood cloak thing.
You're wearing nice bedding. It's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's some nice
it's
dark
Egyptian
colour.
cotton.
Yeah,
Just
it's
so
a
you
nice,
know,
it's a nice
Blossom.
dark color. It'll like obscure my costume.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love it.
so I won't stand out as big green with the Blossom logo thing, and so yeah. So I'm just I'm traveling like I normally would, leaping from buildings to building, but with a big cloak thing.
Are we all going to the house to help you, Shinnok? Or are you going to the house and we kind of going around the area?
My understanding was that I was going to the house and you guys were going around the area.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I framed y'all in and misunderstood. That sounds cool to me.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
no idea why Beaker's freaking out. I apologize. But
All right.
It's a real and present danger to our home, I'm sure.
Absolutely. It's a strong guard dog.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, I think Maxwell is kind of moving around with his own big strong guard dog, kind of walking the street.
Nice. I like it.
Case
like it.
here.
Cool. Good. That sounds great. So the Blossom with Jedi disguise, Maxwell as Maxwell, and Oscuro. It is daytime. I'm imagining that it is like near lunch, maybe, or before lunch. Like it is morning, but late morning. And Theo, you head up. They know you, I assume, by association with father and setting up the lawyer thing, or are you going banking on the Theo introducing herself to parents type deal? What's Theo's plan?
Well, I'm torn between like just pulling a second story job, right?
Okay, that totally makes sense.
And breaking into her bedroom and then leaving without them knowing, or going in the front door, saying hello as Theo and just saying that she needs to have a look around for her dad. And I think the honest approach is probably the good starter. And Shinnok can be an E if required.
Cool. So we cut in to, you've already said who you are. They bring you into the home. You can tell that though mother is pretty nervous, the father is frustrated. They both have that upper middle class striving kind of vibe going on.
And like, as soon as I peel out of my riding jacket, because I took my motorcycle here, of course, like underneath, I'm dressed up like full upscale office. You know, I look like a well-paid legal aid.
Okay. And they think you're with Theo. Theo is with father's
law firm, right?
Law firm, which, yeah, she's just, I am so sorry. She's even messed up in this, but that she would waste your time. Are you like, is this a thing where we're billed for the if she doesn't come? I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm sorry.
No, this isn't even considered consulting time. Your daughter would be our client. She's not withholding our services yet, we hope. So I'm off the clock.
It's that Farrah Cosgrove girl. The father breaks in. She's one of the scholarships for the high school. You understand?
No, actually, I don't. Please tell me.
Well, it's a magnet school, right? You have to get there through effort. And then, of course, occasionally for the sake of helping the underprivileged, there are some scholarships for those who aren't actually able to keep up, but have been disadvantaged. So they get the ability. Usually they have to take remedial classes. I'm sure that the Cosgrove is one of those. I really don't like that. My daughter she has such a kind heart. Toni does.
Are there any specific incidents or behaviors that Farrah has displayed that has created this distaste in you?
You know how you can smell smoke on a smoker, right? She's a smoker. I don't.
So she smokes cigarettes and is a scholarship student. Have you...
Listen, I understand what you're insinuating. I'm just telling you that my daughter was a fine scholarship student and an athlete and a leader within the high school. And then the moment that she started hanging out with this Farrah Cosgrove and her friend Luke, and the mother says, well, Luke fixed our microwave that one time. He seemed nice enough. You didn't see the way they looked at our daughter. The mother seems a little like not happy about his insinuation. I don't know where Farrah lives exactly. I know where she lives, though.
All right. That would be a great help to know. I might be able to ask around in the area, get myself a little closer to what's happened. who knows? Would it be all right if I got to see your daughter's bedroom? Since it's the last place that you saw her was her entering the room?
Yes, of course. Jane, can you show Miss, and he'll use your last name, who I don't remember Theo's last name off the top of my head. I'm
Regenhard.
sorry. That's right.
Yep.
Awesome, Regenhard. And Jane will get up and lead you upstairs to Tony's room. So, Sabine, what are a couple of the posters on Tony's wall that either indicate her taste in music or her taste in superheroes? Your choice.
Ooh, taste in music or taste in superheroes. I think she's kept it pretty tame. With those parents, she's kept it pretty tame. Might not reflect her actual taste in music or superheroes. So I don't know who the premier kind of super Captain America hero is, but probably something like that.
I mean, the closest we have is the Atlantean. I don't know if she would have.
Yeah, but that's an alien. No, she has a conventionally handsome guy poster on the wall, and then she has some the poster.
Dolphin Man.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a bit Dolphin Man. I like that. I mean, he surfs. He's a surfer, and he's also kind of shifted to dolphin or something. I don't know.
He fights
Anyway.
crime with a porpoise.
Yeah.
So good.
Yep. He has a lot of franchise stuff. There's a little bit of franchise around that has not been touched a lot. Like, just put there, probably gifts. And she has posters of bands. They're conventional. They're a bit behind the actual what you would like. Like, I don't know if 3 years might be a little too long, but yeah, it's just tame stuff. I think it's probably like, oh yeah, and there's this
The baby girl boys.
Baby girl.
Yeah,
boys,
like
boys for now. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Stolen from Bob's Burgers. I love that name. It tickles me. Cool. I like that. So yeah, you see a few posters on the wall. There's a super pink bed sheet going on, but you also see cluster of clothes, mostly like running shorts and athletic gear and the like.
Is your daughter in sports?
She is. She runs track.
And I ask permission. Is it all right if I take a couple of photographs just for reference? No is a perfectly acceptable answer.
Are you trying to find her, or?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'd rather you not.
Understandable. That's fine.
Listen, I know my husband probably came off a little bit like an a-hole, and I'm sorry.
Hopefully I didn't come off as particularly combative. I was simply trying to clarify the facts.
I've met Farah's mother. She's fine. And I think it's good that Farah's had a chance to meet someone as nice as Toni. And I don't know how Toni got mixed up in all of this. She has a really good heart. But Farah's mom isn't doing well. She's got lung cancer.
Oh dear.
That's why Bob and Toni fought about Farah smelling like cigarettes, and so the whole thing.
That's troublesome. But I understand. And honestly, I understand that you're both going through a difficult time right now. all kinds of behaviors come out when somebody's worried about their child. Your husband could have slapped me and I would shrug it right off.
Well, I wouldn't.
I would be in all kinds of stress if I had to look for one of my nieces or nephews, just beside myself.
He won't let me call the police, of course, because of what's going on. So
well, the police won't do anything for at least X amount of time. And
and if they do, and she was supposed to talk to a lawyer about this murder, then she didn't take her phone. In case you were thinking, I've already tried to find your phone and it's right there. She points over, it's underneath a pillow. Which is odd. I've never seen. She takes it to the shower, doesn't take it in, of course, although it is, I'd be real, but
yeah, if she takes it into the shower, I'd think that she'd take it on the run, right?
Right. And I was a little upset. I stayed downstairs. I didn't hear her come downstairs.
How late were you up last night?
I think I fell asleep around 1.
Your daughter typically a night owl, or?
Oh, she's a teenager. Of course she is.
Yeah, fair enough.
I remember when she first got into one of these farming games on her Switch, and she stayed up the entire night, like all night. I came downstairs and she was still playing. It was a weekend, but she was a wreck for the next 3 days.
I'll bet. Wow, I remember being able to love something that much.
Well, do you think you can find her? You don't think she's with Farah? I really want Bob to be wrong about this one.
My next move, I'll be honest with you, is probably checking in with Farah and Farah's neighborhood. The honest truth is, you'll probably see her back here in a matter of hours, at worst days, on her own. When these sort of things happen, runaway cases are usually very brief. But considering the nature of the case, I would just like to double check and make sure that things are handled and that your daughter is confirmed to be safe as soon as possible. Does your daughter use a purse or a wallet, or?
She takes a clutch some places, but.
And I'll look next to the door where you might keep something like that, the last thing that you take when you leave the house,
that's
kind
not,
of spot.
That's not here.
Okay. I see an empty hook on the wall, and I'm like, is that sort of where that goes every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she had to have taken that.
All right. Well, and I'll putter around the bed and turn over the phone in my hand. What model is it? How's it?
Oh, it's modern Samsung Android phone. It's got a bunch of stickers on the back and a life-proof case. It looks newer.
Cute.
She lost 3 phones in a row, and I finally just got the life-proof case.
And internally, Theo's thinking, yeah, flyer with a phone seems like a bad combination. Got to put him on a tether. And then I'll sort of inspect the window a little bit. What kind of a setup is that? How's it looking?
It looks like a window that locks, a couple locks on the inside. It's newer, like they've had their windows replaced, and you can tell that it's not locked on the inside.
Was the room like this when you found it? When you came upstairs and confirmed that she was missing?
She sees you over by the window. It was.
All right. And like being who I am, I know it's pretty easy to close these windows from the outside.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yep. And do you think that I've been in this room long enough to try to roll preternatural senses?
100%. Go for it.
All right. And let's assess the situation here, because that's the real move that I'm moving.
Yeah. That's how you do it.
All right. And that's genius.
On a 10 plus, you'll get 2, and on a 7 to 9, you'll get 1.
Yeah.
You are
So
not
just-
overconfident.
Yes, I
Oh, you
am.
are. That's right. That's right. You're 2 on confidence, 2 on trust.
Uh-oh.
And you got a little twist on that move, haven't you?
Yep. Yeah, I can treat a 7 to a 9 as a 10 if I do animal things. All right, that's a 6 on the dice and a 3 bonus, so that's a 9.
Nice.
So what here can I use to find Toni can be my one question. And I'm pretty comfortable making that my choice.
It's a good one. Do you realize if you unlock the phone, you could probably reach out to anybody on her contact list about her, Farah, find a good deal of information. It's the best shot you have to use what you have right here to find her.
All right, well, now it's time to ask my two-sided decision maker. All right. I will leave the phone on the bed and make my excuses with, well, excuses. I'll wrap things up with Toni's parents.
Okay.
And then Shanak's going to pull a second story act and open the window that's unlocked from the inside and snatch the phone.
Not even a roll. That's totally a couple panels and you do the thing. Let's as you're doing that, let's cross cut out to Blossom and Oscuro and Maxwell, the 3 of you checking out the neighborhood around here. Lots of cookie cutter homes, mostly 2-story places, lots of cul-de-sacs.
Do we have like a little conversation as Maxwell walking the dog passes an alleyway?
Nice.
I'm not with you. I think I'm going to check out the school, actually.
Nice.
See if I can find something there.
I mean, I've been leaping around all for an hour, but I don't know what to look for. I mean, I don't have super senses. I see people walking around.
Honestly, I appreciate you doing it, but really, I think at this point, our best bet is perhaps that, well, and I'll kind of look down at Caseweir. I'm hoping that Caseweir might pick up a smell. If Farah came, then she would have a very distinctive odor. Pheromone powers and all.
Oh,
I've been sort of hoping that he might pick up a little of something and give us a lead. As it were.
Nice.
it's better than my plan.
That is really cool. So you are I assume assessing the situation here, but I'm going to give you a +1 forward from Keswir's.
Well, actually, I was
Oh, you have your own.
thinking
Oh, yes.
doing my personal assistant.
Oh, right. That's way better.
I can ask once per session. Your assistant can ask one unmask or one assess question on your behalf.
Awesome. What question do you want to ask? Don't even have to roll. You just do the thing.
I was thinking of the unmask of either the what are you really planning or what do you tend to do.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, so maybe the intend to do. That seems maybe the thought here.
Cool. You follow Keswir and he barks a couple of times. Does Keswir speak or just dog type stuff, right?
I imagine that like Herd can discern certain elements of what he's trying to convey. It's not like they have a conversation, but Keswir is more intelligent than your normal dog.
Absolutely. So what you get is you follow Keswir seems to have gotten someone's scent outside away from the home, like half a block. It starts from the curb as if a car pulled up and the scent that he gets, because you describe Farah, and you even catch a hint of like a little bit of cigarette smoke, heads down one of the little back alleys, comes through a set of bushes into the backyard of the Shaw's house, and stops, like doesn't exit. It's just a one-way track.
Well, my guess is perhaps there was, but the car is not still sitting there.
The car is not still sitting there. It appears that she didn't return to the car. She came into the backyard and then her scent wafted off into the air. And if I seem at all like I can spell it out, because you got to.
I think I've got it. Is that
Okay,
there was probably she came there, she got flown away, but somebody brought her.
Yes.
And there's a third person in our little escape here, Blossom. A driver.
I mean, oh,
That means there's a third person who knows where they are, more than likely, and probably is under the radar enough that has not disappeared themselves. My guess is that at Farah's home, they are also missing a young lady. This third person would have no reason to go into hiding.
We cut away to Theo waving goodbye to the Shaws, and I have an overconfident question for Theo. What does Jane Shaw know about you? This is before the second story. You do that. That's not a complication
for
at
sure.
all. This is just, what has Jane figured out about you? What does she know about you from your overconfident ways that you dealt with this?
I think that Jane spent enough time with Theo being sort of cocky and wandering around that she's aware that Theo is like capital A athletic. The office wear only does so much work. Just the ramrod perfect posture,
Mm-hmm.
the grace, the presence.
So there's a little something. There's something about Theo that she's picked up. Something that's a little odd.
There's
I like
something
it.
that's a little odd.
Cool.
But all of Theo's credentials work out. She is Theo Reginald, and she can confirm it pretty easily.
Yep. I like it.
But there's something in her mind's going, that kid, why specifically?
Something.
What's
yeah.
going on?
Cool. All right. I am doing a quick check-in. We're a little bit past the hour. Is everybody good to play for a little bit longer? Okay. Just want to make sure. Cool. So we got a little bit later start, so I appreciate give me a few more as we find a good place. Good. So I got my overburden question. Oscuro, you wanted to head to the school.
Yeah, I just wanted to check out basically the scene, see who's hanging out, what's going on, and looking for maybe the delinquent element, because I know that's an element I know pretty well. So
Nice.
Should
I
we
like
maybe-
that.
assume, by the way, that we're passing information back and forth?
yeah, group
Please.
chat.
Yeah, please let's do that.
Mhm,
I think
Yeah.
that's really good.
yeah, that makes sense. What I really want to check out is if there is any sense of somebody's trying to do something here, right? Because I'm worried that there might be someone recruiting young people with power for purposes that are not really great, right?
Mhm.
And that's what I want to check out, see who's hanging out there. I mean, I'm too old to go over and to just talk to the kids. That would be super weird. You don't do that. But just hanging out, maybe playing the guitar a little, that usually draws people.
I dig it. I like
You are
that.
an old person who plays an instrument, which does make it better.
Does
Yeah,
make
right,
it better. You're like a
right.
Pied Piper in a way.
Yeah, that's my way in. But I just basically I want to observe what's going on, who's talking to who, what the dynamics are, and if there is any element that stands out to me. Right, because I am a master of observation, actually.
You are. As a
Mhm.
master of observation, do you have, other than assess, do you have anything else?
No,
that would
I
be-
have a thing when I do assess.
Oh,
the
right. Yeah, let's
situation
go ahead and
or
have you
ask
assess.
something.
Yeah, get an additional question. Let's
get an
have you
additional
assess
question.
the situation
Yeah.
here.
And I'm doing it with -1 because I'm not that confident, right?
Okay.
And I have a genius of 0. So yeah, that is fine. No, that is not fine. Doesn't work like that. Sorry.
It's okay.
Finding the dice roller. It's a 7. So yay.
Okay. You get to ask
Um,
one question normally and
mhm,
then one
mhm.
more from master of observation.
Okay. The normal question I would ask here is, what here is the biggest threat? Is there anything?
Not to be a downer, but was the trust or was it confidence taken into account?
Yeah. Oh, and no, I put that into the roll. Right, 8 - 1, yeah, it's 7.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I appreciate, let's all keep each other
Mhm.
honest and double
Yeah.
check those questions. Your genius is 1 and actually genius of 1.
Genius is 1. My genius
and-
is 0. Oh no, my genius is 1. Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
then
your
I'm at
genius
8.
is 1. Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
I forgot that. I
Yeah.
forgot that. I
All
thought I
good.
was.
All good.
not
Oh, you
that-
deep fellow kids.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not doing that. But I want to see if there is a sense of common threat. What here is the biggest threat, and it might just be the cops or something. But if there is something else, I might.
Yeah,
pick it up.
I think you head over to the school. There are some kids out like PE time. There are some folks, some of the kids are actually participating. Most of them are walking or just sitting. You come over, you play. The kids come over. The proctor or monitor seems like it's keeping an eye, but you're not encroaching on anything. And one of the things that you pick up from the kids who come around, be one of them recognizes Miguel, right? Because you're
Yeah,
Miguel.
it's not. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Miguel. It's not
And-
possible.
And one of them says, wait, are you like from and it says Morgana? Magma, right? Magma. That
Yeah,
oh, wow.
yeah. Wow.
And one of them points like over towards Johnny Cash Stadium.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm that. I'm just trying to get used to the look of this thing.
And one of them says, oh my God, like my cousin was in that crowd. And they all start laughing, and one of them pulls up their phone and like, yeah, check it out. Like, oh man, that's so crazy. And as they're all talking, Oscuro, you're scanning them, and there's one kid who's there who's maybe 15, and he's got some metalhead t-shirt on that's less about the band and more about the like, I'm in this archetype, I'm rebellious. Did you pick up that he's like listening but pretending that he doesn't care? You catch a moment where there's like a little grasshopper that pops up onto his finger, and you're pretty sure he called that grasshopper up to him. And there's just this low buzz of insects that just seem to be around this space, but nobody seems to be bothered by them. Do you get the feeling that he's doing something?
Okay.
And Oscuro, you're playing, and they're pretty excited because you were in the middle of this like crazy tragedy, right? You hear the background, away from the buzz, really low. It's the sound of little bass line.
Okay.
And it sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah, you want to shift my labels, right?
Do I?
Yeah,
You can ask
probably.
any question you want, and then I will shift your
I
labels.
know. And now I have a question I want to ask.
Okay, why don't you ask that question?
What is that? What is that?
Ooh.
What do I remember about that?
Yeah, so you recognize that bass line, Oscuro. You recognize it because Timofea wrote it. La Serpiente.
Oh, fuck, it's one of our songs.
Just the bass line.
I think just when I realized that, I think I will stop playing for a bit. And you can see that there's something really bad going on, because this is a huge trigger, these songs. So.
When you stop playing, you realized, Oscuro, look, you were just playing. You realized the bass line was playing with you.
Yeah.
You just fallen into that song.
Yeah, I'm falling. I think I'm not. I will stand up, kind of drop the guitar.
That was a stunt, right? It was like a PR stunt.
Need to go.
No, come on, tell us. We don't know. We want to know. One of the kids comes up.
Go. No, sorry, need to go.
Miguel, can I have your autograph? Oh, here. No, autograph. Selfie. Come on. And they come up and they're like, "Can I take a selfie with you?"
I'll get.
One kid's like pulling out his little selfie stick.
Yeah, I'll get out of there. I'll get out of there really fast, because I just walk, and if they don't leave me alone, I will. Well,
are you? Do we feel that for Oscuro, is this on the level of Escape from Peril?
Yeah, probably. Yes, this is Escape from Peril.
And you asked any question that you want, right? Yeah, so I get to shift your labels.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I think I'm going to shift your confidence down by 1.
Okay. Is fair. So I'm at -2, and Okay, that does not help me. So I try to escape from peril with daring.
Yeah.
-2. So it was
yeah, it's
-1.
Mhm. Good luck.
I'm not really running away from the kids. I don't care, but I'm running away from not having a full breakdown here.
Yes, I know.
Oh, and I've got 4. So yeah, I got an XP.
Okay. Congratulations. You get
Thank
an
you.
XP.
Thank you. And I will just stop moving, sit down, head in hand, and just stop doing anything, because I'm not making any noises, but it's clear that I'm not there in the present moment.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, so you shut down a little bit, and maybe you end up taking off out of that area where they were doing PE and scoot out of the high school area itself, make your way to the parking lot or something, and you're not quite hyperventilating, but you're trying to catch your breath. You sit down beside a car. It's warm.
I'm falling. Actually, I'm falling.
Oh.
That's the flashback. I'm falling. I'm just losing my sense of balance, and I'm falling over.
Love it.
Just can't get up.
Cool. And you fall, and then when you finally come to your senses, there's a shadow. Like they're kind of hard to see because the sunlight's right behind them. And you see that there's this redheaded girl, a woman with a bass guitar and a pair of headphones around her neck. And I think that's where we'll end our session. Okay. I failed at ending a story arc. I really thought I would do better, and I'm sorry.
I felt it was focused though in the direction of a specific story arc. So
Okay, I'll take that. I'm bad at this. Hashtag worst. Okay, so let's do some end of session. At the end of the session, take a moment to reflect on how the events of the game went and what big changes happened or seem to be on their way. Choose a teammate and ask them one of the questions below. Let's start with Shinnok.
So I think I'm gonna ask Blossom how my actions this session affected the community.
I saw you kind of dipped in to these different communities, even if it was just one-on-one kind of conversation, but you had this it felt like in a way that you're kind of touching base in little sections of problem areas and kind of just nudging things in the right direction in different areas. It felt like a kind of maintenance of the community. I felt like. And I get to shift one of your tracks.
You do.
So I think I would put your which one is it called? The trust up.
All right. Well, that would knock me to a +3, which means that instead it would reset to a 0.
Nice.
And I believe I get an XP and the GM gets a hard move against me.
Early on, I did think about
Yeah.
I want to try and figure out if I could. I looked at moves and was like, is there a way I can get that XP to? I completely forgot it though.
But
I did not try to do it now.
But then you did it on accident.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Got it.
All right, 5 of 5. And yeah, after wishing for XP last time I played, it's like, oh, but I could get a team instead. Because you can get an XP or a team, and that team is tempting me. Man, this game forced me to make an interesting choice. Good game. Gonna have to talk to the author. All right, thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let's move from right to left. Maxwell / Hearn. So it was all Maxwell this session.
It really was. Very little Hearn. I think I'm gonna ask Obscuro, how did I affect the team this session?
How did you Maxwell affect the team? I think let me rethink what we went through. Yeah, I think you were kind of like this. You were there when we had this group scene, right? And that's when we all were together, and then you went out to hunt for this. And I think that was the moment when you went out with your dog. And I think what you showed was that it doesn't need to be her, right? It can also be. Maxwell is also a useful and productive member of the team, kind of, and is in fact a member of the team aside from her. And I will, at this point, shift your confidence up because.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent. Blossom.
Oscuro, how did I affect you this session?
That's a good question. How did you affect me? I think, okay. I think I felt a little guilty because I didn't do this earlier. And I've also felt a little guilty because you are clearly sad and need help. And I'm the worst person to give it to you, right? Because how can I tell somebody not to be sad and angry all the time? So I felt like I kind of failed you, even though I tried my best. And I think, that's basically, is that enough? Is that good?
Yeah. Okay.
I will shift your trust up by 1
Nice.
because I think that you came out and told me about your doubts and stuff. That also was like, okay, yeah, she really tries. She's not just big and strong. She also has a big heart. I knew that. That proved it. And it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Huh. So I have to choose a question to choose question that somebody else has already done. That's very freeing, kind of.
We've done all of the questions.
I would like to ask the first one, but I don't think there's much do much to the community. Or maybe it did. I will ask, I haven't asked Maxwell. I will ask Maxwell, how did my actions this session affect the community?
Let's see. We didn't have a great deal of community interaction this time around, but I think that I think there was an interesting there at the end moment of seeing these young people interacting, and seems like clearly at least someone remembered fondly, but more the kind of that the incident has slid into this legend, and that is, that it has lived on long after the night. And I think that's, kind of a long-lasting legacy. So let's shift something. Boy, I don't feel like it boosted your confidence in this instance.
No, it didn't.
What happens if confidence goes to -3, Jed? It does that roll over and
Yeah, it rolls back and I get a
Yep.
hard move.
Yep.
I think we'll do that. I think I'm gonna
Nice.
bust you down to the -3 and have it roll.
Nice.
And I do get to choose if I, is that just if you go roll over positive, or is that also if you get to roll over negative, Jen? Rich, do you know?
It's on row 21 of basic moves. If anything will push you to -3 or +3, it's the exact same thing. So I get the
Okay.
hard move, your track
Mhm.
resets to 0,
Mhm.
and I get to ask you about how you rebalanced yourself or how you plan to. You take an XP or a team.
Okay. How do I rebalance myself? I think, well, that's pretty fucking hard right now, right? To rebalance myself. I think it's just basically, yeah. I mean, Timofea. I don't know who this is. If it's her, probably not, because I know there was a funeral. She has a grave. She's the only one who does.
It's comics. People are dead, they stay dead.
Yeah. No, I probably. Yeah. Well, anyway, but I will remember her, right? Because she was the bass. She was the oldest of the band, and she was in a very real sense, she was the steadying influence to all of us, right? So that's what I remember, who she was to me. Like this older sister who just kept me grounded when I was going to fly off on my Dragon Ball ship. So that's how I'm grounding myself. And I think this time could take another XP, but I'll roll that and that. I'll take a team because I don't have one, and I feel we need more team in this game. So yeah.
Getting a little less TV up in here.
All right. Thank you much. So I think we're wait, that was all Blossom. And now we have Oscuro, or did we already do it? I'm sorry, I got mixed up.
We've done all the.
Okay, we've done all.
Yeah.
We've done
We're all
all.
done.
Woo, okay. Because I was like, it seemed like we were doing Oscuro. Did we do Blossom and Dawn? Yeah. Sorry. Good. Let's knock out some stars and wishes, friends. We start with wishes so that we can end with stars. Who would like to go first with some wishes?
I would like to know who that person is. It's pretty obvious, right? I would also like to have that meeting with Flamingo, but if not next time, but then eventually when we come to it.
You
So,
bet. That will definitely be on
I
my.
would I would like there to feel the heat of these APBs that are out on us a little bit more.
Did you know that I just got 2 hard moves?
Oh,
2 hard
dear.
moves.
Well, I'm sure you'll find something to use with them. I can't, if you can.
Cool. Any other wishes, Alex?
No.
Tyler or Jen?
I'm enjoying where we're moving. So as far as wishes go, I would like to. I'd kind of like to find Toni and have that, kind of move into its spot. I think that we've given it time. I feel it's been kind of a very Hearn centric thing, so I wouldn't mind seeing that get to its next stage at the very least, if not kind of
100%. 100%. We're on the doorstep of it, I feel like. Cool. Jen?
Yeah, I feel like we've started to sort of dig into these plot threads. I want to see what's happening with these young people. And also maybe learn more about this cyber cop force active in Atlantica.
The Atlantica City Police Department Special Division.
Special division.
Cool. You went last with wishes you get to go first with stars. Jen, do you have any stars stand out?
Goodness. I think that the scene with Mrs. Coswell was quite nice and heartfelt at the beginning. I liked your performance of her voice.
Thank you.
Other stars puttering around. I think I'm gonna leave you all the rest. I'm
All right.
gonna stop at one and just stay calm.
Tyler.
I liked Theo and the parents there. There was the appropriate level of professional and you're clearly a dick that was handled there. I thought that was really nice. All around, I thought that was a cool scene. And I liked couch throwing with Blossom and Obscuro, which
That was
sounds
fun.
like a home and garden TV show. Couch throwing with Blossom and Obscuro.
It's easy to get an old rundown couch. So yeah.
There you go. Donate your couch to Miguel, the ex-rock star. We'll put it to good use. We'll come by, we'll pick it up. Cool. Thank you, Tyler. Alex, any stars left?
Yeah. I mean, Zajac. I loved the back and forth and the
It's like
setting of
having
the
an additional
scene.
aunt.
Yeah. I loved that kind of hinting at what the relationship between Zajac and Theo's aunt is, and like, teasing something, if is there like a close relationship or I don't know, but there was definitely, fertile ground for being built or something.
Definitely. I want to flashback to original Aunt and Zajac hit the streets, defend the block version flashbacks in the 80s or something. Sorry.
Yeah, and I really liked that having some little moments with Oscuro in the flat or in the fancy apartment, and just little moments there.
Me too. Sabine?
Yeah, all the good stars are taken. I have to call out to Zajac. That was just a damn delight, that one. So I really loved her.
Yeah.
And I really loved that Grandma and Baby and Miss Coswell were in the book club together. That I want to have a Brindlewood Bay game with these two.
Right.
Atlantica Bay, yeah.
That would be also very lovely.
I think Theo's got to have like a grandparent who's also in the book club, like a grandmother who's also in the book club, and then
probably
bear the crap out of it. Sounds great.
Great aunt or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, who was the Shinnok before the aunt?
Oh, that's true. She's the extra knock. Oh, it's great.
Very cool. And another star for the sting at the end was Timofea reappearing, or maybe reappearing. I really like that.
Good.
Twist.
Yes, I'm glad that landed because I'm very excited for it too. Excellent. I really enjoyed Oscuro's Pied Piper routine. That was great. I loved Maxwell using K-Swear. I thought that was really, really fun. Blossom's interaction at the penthouse and also in the training session was fun, trying to learn more about Oscuro, the reaching out. And Shinnok, Theo with Zajac was fun, but also with her dad. Like there's a really cool daughter-dad thing going on there. I like that vibe between them. Where he's like, I'm super busy, and the thing you just threw me on, the person blew it off, but I'm not mad at you. So, you go take care of it. And
it's not your fault, but it is your problem.
Exactly. So that was fun. That was fun. There were lots of really good scenes, and we kept things mostly on that A plot, and we're real close. We're real close friends.
Oh, I just realized, because no one else took it, and so I have to mention it. I almost felt like I was having anxiety with the whole Oscuro and the teenagers scene. It was like, oh, that felt uncomfortable in a great way.
Good. Oh wow, yeah. My cousin got up mixed up in that.
Yeah,
That's
that
crazy.
just like, oh my god, I
yeah,
could just imagine just like,
That was a
oh,
good
this is gonna
temperature
end. Yeah,
turning.
the pressure. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I was really glad that landed. Very happy, very happy. Awesome. Thank you all so much for playing. Looking forward to some more PBD next week. We will finish a story arc of some kind, even if I have to create a brand new story arc that is only like 2 sentences long. Thank you all so much for playing, and thanks everybody for watching. We'll bring the recording to a close.